Henry Rotich appeared before the Senate's Finance Committee for the first time this month. He was the bearer of bad news to the counties. He wants the Senate to reduce monies allocated to the counties by between 15 and 17 billion shillings, claiming the revenue collection cannot sustain the current allocation.
We have had a preliminary discussion with the governors to also institute austerity measures. We're now living in a completely different world. We want every institution to now tighten its belts.
I think responsible financial management requires you now look at your expenditures because you don't have the revenues that you're expecting. And that's why we keep insisting that as we look at the levels of expenditure, let everybody, have that austerity be affected by the austerity measures.
In the 2017-2018 financial year, the counties were allocated 302 billion shillings. If the Senate approves his request, then the counties might just get 284 billion shillings in the next financial year.
I don't know whether it is fair to the country to admit that Kenya's government is broke. I don't even know how you're going to persuade the Senate to reduce the figure of 302 while we are in the process of discussing division of revenue for 2017-2018.
We want to bring a division of revenue amendment bill to lower that number so that we don't anticipate that yes, it's approved by Parliament, but any approval must be backed by cash. If there is no revenue that is forthcoming, then it will just be really, we'll be talking of some allocations which cannot be achieved. So,
to do this, Rotich says the government will introduce an amendment to the Division of Revenue Act that will enable the reduction. Treasury says it fell short of collecting adequate revenue to support the disbursements due to the prolonged election period. So far, only 134 billion shillings has been released to the counties.
The shortfall of revenue has caused that delay. So I think the bottom line here, Chair, is that how do we move now from now to the end of the financial year in light of the shortfalls that we have and the plan to reduce expenditures.
The national government has had to review its development goals and put projects on hold due to lack of sufficient funds to support it. The revelations come at a time when the national government has failed to account for tens of billions of shillings allocated to various departments. The only way for the government to bridge this deficit would be to borrow, but the legislators are against more debts. Already the taxpayer is shouldering a huge burden from the existing ones. Ken Mijungu, NTV.